favorite.
My loneliness is killing me, and I must confess,
I still believe. I think you're good.
I told you my set.
It starts with "Hit Me, Baby."
Starts "Hit Me, Baby" one more time.
Yeah.
Then it goes to "Lips of an Angel" by Hinder.
Goes right into it
Directly.
You don't tell a little story in between?
Of course I do.
Talking about...
So where are you from? Delaware. Is it nice in Delaware? And then I go, I had a woman in Delaware once. Lips of an Angel by Hinder. Honey, why you calling me? And then I finish off with
one time I had a religious experience in Delaware.
Yeah.
Let me just poll the room. How many here are believers?
Anybody except Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. This one's for you. She'll rearrange the sky so that each...
This was for you. Hit me, baby. Hey there. Hey, welcome to the Bells and Whistles podcast. This is the first time we've ever called it the right name.
I think we did once before.
Did we really?
Yeah, the Bells and Whistles podcast. Well, maybe just for the Welcome to the Bellhop video that we did.
I think maybe for that.
But this is the Bells and Whistles podcast. Ryan Quigley.
Ryan Quigley. I keep cutting you off.
Yeah, it's okay. If you haven't already, do us a favor, man. If you respect us,
no, don't lead with that.
You know what you should do? You should go ahead and you should like this if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah, like it already.
You should do a comment if you really love us. If you're related to us, there's no reason why you shouldn't be commenting. We've created burner accounts to try and comment.
I know.
Because it's supposed to be good for the algorithm.
It's supposed to be good for the algorithm if you get a lot of comments.
Yeah. That's why you're supposed to do it.
It's all us. It's all us. Just really shouldn't be saying that.
I don't know why you're so... I was just going to be like, leave a comment.
Yeah, please just leave a comment.
And you know what we never say?
What?
If you're listening on the audio app, whether you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, why not 5 stars maybe?
Oh, they can do that?
It really should.
Wow.
I do. I tried.
How many have we gotten?
I think 0. I don't even think they counted mine because I think I'm the one who did. Yeah. I think it's in my name and they won't let me vote.
Please, if you could give us 5 stars on
and I think
Spotify.
You can follow on Spotify too, right?
Yeah, you can definitely follow on Spotify.
What can you do anything on Google Podcasts?
On Google give us 5 stars on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Airbnb.
Airbnb, you should leave 5 stars.
We have a whole story with that.
We also drive Uber.
We drive.
We were just. Should we transition that? We were just in LA.
What on earth were we doing?
And you know what's the funniest part is we didn't post a post a godforsaken thing on Bellhop about it.
No,
we just let it die.
Well, what were we gonna do?
I don't know. But hey, look, it's us. Hey guys, look, LA.
Hi, check this out.
This is my favorite palm tree.
This is my favorite palm tree.
I don't know. But it's supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do.
Didn't we have the idea that Jack was saying that we should pretend that we were slipping onto the red carpet or something?
That we hijacked the red carpet.
That we hijacked the whole thing. Yeah. Go to the airport. We're gonna plan the whole thing.
No. We just walked around. That's all we did.
I recorded a lot of things for memories.
You did. Do you think we should release that to the public, or is that just for us?
I don't know. You know what? I'll release it if you guys put in the comments section and say that you want it. Which means it's never going to be released.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one ever cares.
Yeah.
But it was a good old time. It
was a really good time.
We were with Gussie for old Shining Vale, the premiere.
Big premiere.
The Courtney Cox and old Greg Kinnear and old Dylan Gage. Dylan Gage is a big fan.
He's a big fan. Dylan, if you're watching at this point.
Dylan, we got to get you on the podcast,
We'd love to have you on the podcast.
Let's do it.
I right now. Everybody, Dylan,
bring him back. Everybody, Dylan Gage.
Come on. We're both motioning in different directions.
Well, I mean, he exists in multiple planes.
He definitely does.
Yeah, I know.
He's a powerful entity.
I love talking to him.
You got to actually talk to him.
I talked to him for 5-10 minutes. The guy,
guys. If you guys don't know who Dylan Gage is, what's his character's name on Pen 15?
Is it Jake, or am I making that up? Oh, on Pen 15. Oh, I forget.
In Shining Vale, his name is Jake.
Yeah.
He's he's the son, he's Gus's brother in Shining Vale. Much more important than Gus's brother in real life.
Oh, did you have any relationship? You should have brought that up. That should have been your conversation topic.
Is that
you're
I've
spanning
actually
2 universes.
already joked with him about that.
Oh, yeah?
There was one time she FaceTimed me with him.
Oh,
and I was like, hey, it's the brother meeting the brother.
I see.
And he didn't like it the first time.
He wasn't a big fan.
I'm a learning machine. I'm adapting my comedy to Dylan's tastes.
No, but he's a charming young man. I got a real good kick out of him. He was fun.
Yeah,
the whole thing was such a blast, and that's why we're depressed right now.
So sad.
We're so bummed out. We're having existential crises.
We're like, what are we gonna do now that we went on this very short trip?
We were in LA for 36 hours, right? We were 36 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't just do another day.
I don't know.
We should have just done another day.
What we should have done is gotten a nicer hotel.
Closer to the girls.
Closer to the girls.
We were like an awkward pain in the ass, like 25 minutes away from where the girls were staying at the nice hotel.
Yeah.
And we at this crazy Airbnb that smelled like garbage. You walked in.
You know what? I gave them 5 stars.
Did you really?
Yeah, I really did.
You should have said you got to do something about the garbage stench.
I felt so bad because they gave me a nice review.
What'd they say about you?
They said Ephraim was a joy to host. He's welcome back anytime. That's what they said.
And the apartment was nice, but I'm saying the building, it smelled of it reeked of poopy diaper.
It smelled very bad.
Yeah.
There was a pool, which I said this to you, but do you remember as we walked past the pool, there was, because you can see into other people's apartments as you're walking around, and I saw to this day what might be the scariest thing I'd ever seen.
What was
when
it?
we walked past the pool, and there was an elderly woman in her apartment. I really shouldn't be looking into other people's apartments, but the windows were wide open, and it was like on my level. An elderly woman doing this.
I missed it. I missed it too. I don't know. What do you think? She was doing some Tai Chi or some shit?
I thought maybe she was gonna start running at me.
She's gonna break through the wall.
Breaks through the glass and leaves a perfect
speed.
shape of her, like she's goofy.
Oh, that was good. Maybe we go back in time a little bit because we even had a crazy Uber ride there.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Ubers and Lyft in LA, man. They are a couple of characters, aren't they?
They really are.
Our first guy.
We were there. First of all, we were beat. We were so tired.
We were exhausted.
And we were going to this. We had to pick up our key to the apartment from a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And we get into this Uber, or it was a Lyft, I think it was. Maybe. Doesn't matter.
Sure.
We were there, and the guy's playing.
We walk in, he's playing classical music.
Classical music.
Not just like chill black, but like Beethoven.
Yeah.
Like this guy is admiring octaves and
it's
shit.
loud enough that it's like a player in the conversation.
Right.
Like we're talking over this Mozart now.
It's not in the background.
Yeah.
It's not in the background.
And we're riding around.
Yeah.
And we're like looking outside. Everywhere you go in LA, there's a poster for a movie, something or other.
Exactly.
We're talking about what
because we were watching movies on the plane. We'll
talk about that in a bit.
Plenty of movie reviews this podcast. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Right.
we're finally finding our niche.
But anyway, so we're talking about movies and we're talking about the Oscar noms.
Yeah.
And we eventually arrive at Dune. Which is a film that neither of us
at the time had watched.
or were excited to watch.
In fact, I went as far as to say you couldn't pay me to watch Dune.
Yeah.
Which is it's a bold thing to say.
It's a hot take.
It's a hot take. But we were talking about, we're not really all that interested, blah, blah, blah. And then our Uber driver, he was like, really? I find that very surprising.
Because may I ask why?
May I ask why? And we're like, oh, well, it just looks like it's taking itself really seriously. He says, well, it actually is very serious.
He goes, well, I was like, well,
I'll have you know.
I go, it's probably a thing for fans. He goes, well, I'll have you know. Dune is one of my favorite books.
He pulls up while he's driving because he's got the entire book.
He's got a fucking copy of Dune in the front seat. And me and Ephraim go, oh. And
We're like, the blood rushed from my face.
Yeah, we were like,
He's like,
we'll give it a fair chance. We're afraid this guy's gonna kill us.
he's like, mind if I take a quick detour so I can
Turned into a forest. And he goes,
get eaten by the
yeah.
sandworm?
And he goes, I'll tell you. I was at a premiere and I saw it. And I was lucky enough to be a part of a Q&A after with Hans Zimmer himself. And we go, oh, Hans!
Oh, Hans! Well, did you ask him a question? Did you ask him what's his favorite color?
But anyway, he goes on to say that he's an aspiring composer.
He says
I'm an aspiring composer.
very seriously.
Very seriously.
Mhm.
Which I don't know. And he goes, the score for Dune is all over the place, but it's admirable.
It's admirable. And do you remember what we asked him? We said, "What's your favorite score?"
Because you were talking to him for a while about Dune, and like you were talking about Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, I don't know, and he's like, well, it's actually I had never seen Timothy in anything else,
Right?
And because also I'm such a dick.
Yeah.
I always say I'm not really a fan of Timmy.
Yeah, you said Timmy.
Yeah. And he says, he's like, hmm? Oh, you mean
Master
you
Chalamet.
You mean Mr. Chalamet?
Yeah.
And then he was talking about like, because he had never seen him in anything else, so he's like, oh, I just know him as the Doom guy. So I like, it's fair enough. It's fair enough.
It all made sense.
Uh-huh.
It all made sense. But what else did he say?
But we asked him what his favorite
score
score
yeah, because
was.
I didn't know what to say. Because you were talking about. I go, give me the best score.
What's the best score? And he says, oh my gosh, there's so many to choose from.
And who did he say?
He said John Williams,
which isn't a score. It's a guy.
No, it's a guy.
I was pissed off. I didn't. Like
and he said
it
it's impossible to separate Williams' work from one another, which I feel like is probably not right.
And also, I'm sorry, I don't know who that guy is.
He's like
I don't know
Star
who he is.
Wars. He did the Star Wars songs.
Okay,
You're wearing Star Wars socks right now.
I'm flashing myself to the camera.
Yikes!
But yeah, but it's Christmas Star Wars theme. I'm running
you
out of
go.
socks because we went on a trip.
We did. That's funny that you even have those.
Yeah, they were gifted to me.
I would
didn't
not
purchase
think that
them.
you are a Star Wars fan.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just haven't watched it. And now that I've seen Dune, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Now that you've actually
I
seen
watched
it.
Dune on the flight back.
Yeah.
Hated it.
Not-
Hated it. Boom. Beef in the comments.
Beef in the comments. Well, I'm just. But honest to God, you guys should know that we're not gonna like Dune.
No, it's not for me.
Yeah.
It's for fans of Dune. And it's so what he said was he was like, my issue with Dune is that the smartest thing they did is they broke it into two parts. But even in two parts, you're going to have to cut out so much of the film. And that was his issue. But he felt like it did it justice. Now that I've seen the movie, what I would like to say with him, well, they might have taken it a step too far because they cut out the part where they tell me why I should give a fuck about what's happening in the movie. I didn't care.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. It was so boring that I couldn't tell that if it was just so incoherent.
Yeah.
Or if it was incoherent, so it was boring. It was like a chicken and the egg situation.
No,
it took itself so seriously. It's just Timothy Chalamet walking around. Dad, am I good enough to be the successor? I don't care if you are. I don't care. And he's supposed to be this warrior, and I'm like, bud, you're 112 pounds.
Do the bit that you were talking about, how his mom has the breath.
Oh,
Or the voice.
No, the voice. Yeah,
The voice,
so
the breath, not the
there's
breath.
spoilers.
She's got bad breath.
Spoiler. Oh wait, no.
No, well, both. The spoilers, I don't want to spoil either of the things for
Right.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So the mom has a special power, the voice.
She's got the voice.
So and eventually they get captured,
Yes.
right? And the idea is the voice is like, she can tell you something, you have to do it.
Yeah.
Hey, pick up that can over there, and you do it immediately. That's
Yeah.
part of the idea,
Yeah.
right? And Timothy Chalamet has the power to do the voice, but he's not good at it.
Oh, he's
so
not good at
he
it.
messes up sometimes.
Okay.
So they're being captured by the guys, and he finally gets a little bit of the voice. He goes, untie my mom, or whatever, or take her
Okay.
gag out.
Yeah.
And he finally gets it right, and she's free, and now she uses the voice freely on her captors.
Yes, and
right?
they let them go.
Exactly. And she goes, kill that guy. Oh, take him, let me free. Jump out of the plane, whatever she does. And she kills the
Subscribe
guy.
to Bellhop Productions.
Subscribe to Bellhop Productions. And eventually they take control of of the helicopter or whatever. My pushback was that you should be like, hey, take care of us forever. Give us all of your resources, please. Why didn't she do that?
Yeah, no, I don't. Is the idea that it wears off? Does it not? I haven't seen the movie.
Lord fucking knows.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know.
It really doesn't matter.
And then the other part of the movie that I took issue with is the main villain, who's supposed to be taking over their land or something. He's a real fat guy. I'm assuming you have to read the thing. He's a fat, bald guy whose superpower is being able to float.
Float in what way? Like off the ground?
Like literally just he just floats like a little blimp. He just floats, right? He floats about, and I guess he has kind of super strength or something. I don't know.
Okay, sure.
But eventually he plots to kill Timothy Chalamet's dad.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And one way or another, a doctor sabotaged Timothy Chalamet's dad, and he said, "Here's the deal. I had to poison you. So the fat guy who floats can kill you."
Yeah.
Right? Here's what I'm going to do to get back at the fat guy because he threatened to kill my wife or something.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to give you a fake tooth. I'm going to give you a fake tooth, and I'm going to put it in the back of your mouth. And this is what you do. I'm going to put your poisoned body in the room with him, right? And when he gets close to you, you bite down on the tooth.
Okay.
And it gives you poison breath. Oh. And so that happens, but the fat guy survives.
Oh, wow.
And he kills everybody else. And the way that they nurse the fat guy to health is that they put him in a big pool of motor oil.
So wait, Oscar Isaacs is the dad, isn't he? Or no, I forgot.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Whoever Timmy's dad was already poisoned going into it.
There is an Asian guy.
Yes.
Who worked under his team. Who poisoned him behind his back.
Okay.
And he was put up by the fat guy.
This is fascinating.
The bottom line is what a fucking boring movie. I didn't watch the last 10 minutes because we landed. But I don't care.
I don't think you missed out on much.
And then Zendaya doesn't speak until the last 15 minutes.
So you missed out on 2/3 of her
It's just her walking around in Timothy Chalamet's dreams.
Oh, she's a dream person.
I guess so. I didn't like it.
Like
I didn't like it one bit. And the other movie I watched was Nomadland.
Well, you're also saying you watched 2 other movies.
Oh, I watched 3.
You watched 3
other movies.
Yeah.
I watched King Richard, which is
beautiful movie.
Fantastic film.
If we're gonna do movie talk, loved King Richard.
I hope Will wins.
I hope so too.
I do too.
I cannot remember. I guess he didn't win for Pursuit of Happiness, right?
Yeah, I guess he didn't. No.
Okay, so he didn't. Well, then he should win for both of those. I'm doubling down. This is the time that they make it up to him.
Yeah, they really ought to give it to him.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anyone beating him.
I don't. If they do, shame on them.
Beautiful. We both cried.
We both cried. We both cried in our little cubbies.
Beautiful fucking movie.
And then the 2 other ones, because there's nothing funny about King Richard.
Yeah, on the flight there.
So on the flight, he fucking farts on that guy.
He ripped a fart at the dinner table. He goes because the guy was like, "Mr. Williams, it's a pleasure to meet you." Let out a fart. It's a sign of disrespect.
And he's like. But he does it. I thought I was like, what a powerful moment. that was when I knew he was gonna win.
Yeah. I remember we were talking about dudes who fart as you're in the urinal line. Someone did that after we landed in LA. Someone ripped a fart as I was trying to take a piss next to me. I'm like, have some self-respect, but I hope if you're watching and you freely rip ass as you're taking a piss in the urinals, shame on you. Shame on you. Stop doing that. And you said there's a silly name for it?
Somebody told me once when I was in a show that it's called an Uncle Charlie.
That's extra funny to me because I think when you told me, I think the name is changing every time.
It's changed every time.
I think you told me it was a King Louis or something. So whatever you call a fart ripping as you're at the urinal line, man, I'll tell you, stop doing it. But also, what's the name?
What's the
name of it? I don't know what the actual name is.
Let me know. Let me know in the comment section before you like comment your hate.
Yeah, exactly.
Comment what it's called, what you think it's called.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 were Space Jam: New Legacy.
Bad movie. LeBron is painfully awful. It's like, but it was so bad that it was good, but that period only lasted like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it got exponentially worse to the point where it was unwatchable.
But like we talked about it in the car, they like it must. Didn't you thought that your little tinfoil hat theory was that somebody sat them all down.
It read like before they started production, they held a meeting and they were like,
Don
"Hey guys,"
Cheadle aside.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey guys, just so there's no misunderstanding, we're gonna make this is a bad movie.
This was gonna be a bad one, guys.
So if you're thinking about doing anything close to good work, just skip it." Because we're not going to use it. We're going to use all the bad takes. Because it felt like they went out of their way to make Don Cheadle look like a bad actor.
Don Cheadle is a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
And he's in it like they took his warm up.
It's like he was trying to be a cartoon evil. Well, I mean, he was trying to be a cartoon evil villain. I guess that's what he played. But it's like, good God, it was that bad.
Yeah. It was really that bad.
It wasn't as bad as Nomadland. Nomadland.
Look at us with the most controversial takes. I'm sure everybody is going to hate us.
I think we go back to calling it the Hear Me Out podcast.
we gotta this after this. We delete the name so we go into hiding.
Nomadland stunk on ice. If you like Nomadland, do you have eyes? Like, what the hell was that movie? It was this weird glorification of doing nothing with your life. I hated it so much.
I have always felt really fucking icky about that movie.
So gross.
Not only is it, I feel like, unbelievably boring.
So boring.
But like, everybody else besides her and what's his fucking name, who she kind of goes off with, I don't think it's Richard Jenkins.
It's that guy.
It's is actually homeless. Or is actually in that circumstance. I think
that bit is kind of cool. And it's actually shocking because they were pretty damn good.
They're really good.
They're pretty damn good.
I think it's like amazing until one of them goes off and dies.
She actually died.
And Frances McDormand is there like acting up a storm like, oh, what am I going to... I'm going to win an Oscar for this. It's like, this poor woman was...
Her life is gone.
She like a very preventable death, I think. I think she like froze to death.
She didn't freeze to death. She had terminal cancer. You thought she froze to death?
I couldn't remember.
My whole thing is, if she's in the movie, you got to say she's in the movie and the movie was supposed to do well and they had Frances McDormand, you got to figure she got a couple $100,000.
Oh my God. I'm sure they all made a lot of money.
And she was still bopping around in the van?
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. And then they had the scene where Frances McDormand shits in the bucket. Two scenes that I hated. When she pooped in the bucket. And then she was floating in the river with her tits and pubes out. That's the quickest way to get a negative Rotten Tomatoes from me. No thanks.
She found those birds hiding in the rocks. She's like, this is the time. But you told me, you said, and one thing I liked about that,
she shits in the bucket, right?
And they're like,
it wasn't just that she shit in the bucket; it's that it was explosive diarrhea, seemingly so. It was an emergency. She goes, oh. She was in a rush, right? And so she's in the bucket and she has a moment of relief.
Uh-huh.
And then someone knocks on the door. Swanky, God rest her soul. Knock. And Frances McDormand, she goes, I'm sorry, I'm indisposed. Which I'm totally stealing. I'm stealing that. He knocked on my door to get here. I almost said I'm indisposed. Just to say it.
It's really something.
I'm glad I got that off my chest. I feel a lot better.
That's good. So anyway, we didn't like our Uber drivers.
No, we didn't.
We didn't like that guy, and we had another guy. We'll make this quick, but the Boris, who was giving us literally every piece of information about LA you could have possibly imagined.
This dude in statistics.
Yeah,
this dude knew every single thing about the Los Angeles area. Because I forget what we were talking about, but
you made it.
I said something
you said who do you think lives in that building? And that set him off.
Yeah, I was like, how about this place? And I was like, I wish I knew about LA because I couldn't tell you where we are.
Yeah.
And
and he heard that and he says,
he goes, he was from Russia.
He was from Russia. Very bad timing.
Well, yeah. Ugh. Well, he said originally from Soviet Union,
Yes.
right?
Which feels to me like almost worse.
A little bit. But he said he was there like 30. He said he's been in LA
He's
for
been
like
here
30
for
years.
30 years.
Yeah.
And then he'd also lived in like Pittsburgh or something. And also in where else? It was like
Texas?
Texas.
Texas.
We're doxing Boris.
Yeah, no,
like,
seriously.
Yeah.
But this guy, no joke, it was like for 25 minutes. This dude was just spouting statistics about airport sizes, population sizes, the different factions of Los Angeles, what city does what, real estate prices. This guy was going on and on and on and on and on, and we just let him go.
Yeah.
We let him, and he was going and going and going. And at the end, I made one joke. I said, what'd you do if we land in LA and your cab driver home is Boris's twin brother, Morris?
Complete silence.
He just goes, so yes, JFK would be the third best. Didn't find it funny one bit.
I like to think that he actually does have that.
And he's not speaking to Morris.
And he's not speaking to Morris.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah. What else we got?
But we had a great time. Oh, you know what? You know what? My favorite thing about our LA trip was going to the Shining Vale, like after party.
Yeah, it was cool.
Right?
It was very cool. You felt very important,
cool.
Right?
And going on the haunted house trip.
Oh my God. My God. So like it was a cool area where they had like a little photo booth in the back, and it was like a little outdoor area to hang out. And there's like a line. We're like, what the fuck is the line?
Yeah,
for?
where are you going there?
And so we wait on the line because we got nothing else to do.
And there's this guy who was like letting people in, and he says, it's a haunted house.
I said, I'll be at the bar, guys. I'll see you. I'm out.
But we were like, there were 7 of us. And he was like, I can only take 6. You were so quick. You were like, I'm out of here.
I said, it's cool.
No, I said, no. We're all going through this together. We got to make a memory out of this. We actually had to like we had to debate with this guy, haggle him a bit to convince him to let us up into the haunted house.
Which, by
Gus
the way,
is in the goddamn show.
We have Gus Burney right there. It's like, come on, bud.
Yeah, it's 7.
Yeah.
It's 1 more. Finally, he's like, I'll make it. You guys seem cool. I'll make an exception for you. Which is like, oh, yeah, sure. Thanks.
That's very sweet of you.
He lets us up through the thing. We walk up a very spooky staircase. I have footage of like me like, oh my gosh, we're going to do it.
And I'm like, oh.
We walk up.
I was horrified.
We enter a place. There's 4 doors. Only one of them opens. We open the door. We go in. There's a ghost lady.
A ghost lady.
She's one of the characters from the show.
Supposedly.
A
little cosplay situation.
A little cosplay situation. And we're like, oh my gosh, you know her. You know Gus.
Yeah. And she's like, no, I don't.
No, I don't.
She's like, just let me say my script.
Yeah, just let me say my script.
Yeah.
And she's like, welcome to Shining Vale. And we're like, oh, okay. She moves. Very cool. She's on the bed. It moves on its own.
Opening up a secret staircase.
A secret staircase that leads you down. We're like, oh my gosh.
Like,
we go down the staircase. We're at the bar.
It was just, that was it.
That was it.
That was the extent of the haunted house. That was it.
Which is, to me, like, fair. Very cool that they went through the whole thing. But that fucking guy,
it was the
only 6 at a time. Can go up and down the stairs.
It could have fit 10 people in there. It could have fit 10 or 12 people in there. It's fine. Who cares? But yeah.
Watch us never get invited to another Shining Vale thing again.
I have a funny feeling that we're not. We're not going to be asked back.
They're like, not those guys.
No, those guys.
Bring the other people.
Those are the people who did 7 at a time? No. Starz.
And then what else did we do? We just hung out by the pool.
I think it's about time we thank our advertisers.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
Because we have an advertiser for this.
We actually have a couple of sponsors.
I'm missing my a quick transition.
Da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da.
Because you gotta pay the bills.
Sometimes you gotta.
You gotta pay the bills.
And like, I know it sounds like we're not thankful. We actually are very thankful because this is like why would they pay us to do this?
Yeah, it's okay.
We really got this working.
You got it. I'm very proud of us. We're now starting to.
We're gonna switch back and forth and
here.
do
I've texted. They emailed me the live read.
Okay, great.
For you to read.
Okay, perfect. Let's see.
And they like it's earnest.
It is earnest.
Like
okay.
From the bottom of your heart, let people know.
Okay. So I'm just going right in, and I'm gonna announce to you.
Go ahead.
Okay. Have your D cups been looking like F cups? Let's face the truth, Ruth. There comes a time in every woman's life when big naturals become big faturals. If you've been wobbling to and fro, it's time to get in the know. Why be flappy when you can be happy? With
it's impossible.
With groundbreaking patented technology developed by a doctor who swears he's done this before, we present to you breaths.
It's a little clunky.
Breaths.
I'll contact them.
Spelled like a human breath afterwards. With breaths, Dr. Redacted refuses to sully your body with disgusting silicone-based implants. It's just not God's way. Instead, he uses the fuel of our forefathers. In just a short 12-hour procedure, your jugs will be rejuvenated with 2 pig lung-based implants.
That's so funny. These are nice people.
These are very nice people. 2 pig lung-based implants that have been filled with good, clean air. We're not talking nitrogen or helium either. That's right, folks. We inflate them with his own human breath. Someone who used to work at the FDA said, there isn't one aspect of this procedure that isn't 100% safe to eat.
It's good.
Dolly Parton raves. They only last 2 weeks and were incredibly painful.
That's good that she said that.
It's really crazy. Don't waste any more time. Call 1-86-800-85.
I think you need to take a time and realize that joke. Because it's 80085.
Take a minute. We'll put the number on the screen.
Yeah, we'll do that for you. Put the number on the screen.
For your basically free $300 consultation. And if you tell them Ephraim sent you, they'll throw in a free acupuncture session as a joke. Remember, folks, there's good, there's better, and then there's breaths. Get yours today.
I think that's very good. All right.
Wow.
Capitalism. If it was up to me, it would be a nonprofit. But we have to pay. You got to keep the lights on.
You gotta keep the lights on in some way. We actually have a second one.
Really?
We actually do have a second ad today. We're doubling down.
Don't tell them that we're making this much money.
I know. Probably to make up for the fact that we've only lost money up till now. We have a second ad today. I actually have it. I'm just going to share it with you. Just read it off of the email that they sent me right there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. This is good.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever found yourself managing a struggling YouTube channel day in and day out with little to no growth? Well, now there may be a solution. Hi, my name is Andre the Giant, and I'm here to talk to you about Follow Up, a revolutionary new service for content creators. At Follow Up, you can purchase thousands of robot followers for your social media platforms, and it's never been easier. For $19.99, you can get a package of 1,000 vaguely Slavic men to subscribe and comment about nude women and iPhone discounts. They are fiercely loyal and will also send hate mail to your enemies and family members alike. We here at Follow Up like to be more personal and people-based. That's why 1 in every 1,000 followers you purchase will be a real man.
It's true.
Just a real fucking guy whose job is to like your poorly lit selfies. If you interact with any of his comments, he will form a terrifying obsession with you. So it's best to avoid that at all costs. Of course, on the other hand, all of the bots need you to interact with them to keep the service going. You will not know which ones are bots and which ones are real men. We know, but we won't tell you. So subscribe to Follow Up today and get that fan base you always wanted. That is good.
Wow. It's a great service.
Well, they've doxed me. People now know that I'm Andre the Giant.
It's true. Back from the dead, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly. In witness protection.
Well,
that's good.
That's really exciting that we made this. We've made these connections with the corporate world.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I'm glad because we seldom get serious on this podcast.
We really don't.
And it's good to finally just have a breath of fresh air. Let us know if you like that.
Let us know if guys.
And also, if you have any
ads or companies that you think we should check out.
If you yourself are a company.
You let us know.
We need more money.
We would love to have more money.
We're in crippling debt. So
it takes a lot out of you to do this, doesn't it?
I'm so tired. I'm so tired and depressed, especially after coming back.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted to talk about.
We wanted to talk about how sad we were.
We're so sad. It was so cold last night.
It was freezing.
We were at our friend Amelia's comedy show. We were recording it.
My friend Ryan knows her.
Amelia can kiss my ass. Stupid girl. But no, walking home, it was fucking freezing. And I was like, I'm like, it was 85 degrees in LA. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. I was by the pool drinking vodka.
We had so much fun, but I hate LA.
You really hated it that much?
I got back, I'm like, the weather is so nice.
Yeah.
Oh, everything else.
What's your least favorite thing?
I hated how spread out it was.
It was so spread out.
You couldn't go anywhere.
I couldn't figure out what part was where.
And it's just, I know people rag on New York for being full of garbage and smelling terrible, and it does.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about how shitty LA is.
I think they do.
Do they really?
I think a lot of people talk about LA
because it was garbage.
Yeah, it was
everywhere.
Well, what was it, or were we in a shitty? Our Airbnb was in a sketchy.
Maybe, but we were driving around a good chunk.
Oh yeah.
And everywhere you went, it looked like it was shitty.
Yeah, that's the thing. The garbage doesn't bother me. I don't know if that doesn't bother me thing, but it's just like I'm a driver.
Yeah,
you know me.
Yeah.
I drive everywhere.
Yeah.
It was too much driving for me.
It was so much.
Every single fucking place. There wasn't a way to escape.
And do you remember we were walking? First of all, never go to the Walk of Fame anymore. Because that's just completely.
It's not a nice thing.
It's strung out.
It's not a nice thing at all.
Dad asked me, he's like, do you think you were on Skid Row? And I was like, I think the whole city might be Skid Row now. We were walking down the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
You still see the stars right there underneath your feet. It was me, Ryan, and my cousin's fiance, my cousin Carly, and her lovely fiance, Wes.
Lovely guys.
Wes is a former football player.
He's got to be 6'4".
6'4", 6'5", maybe.
Thickness.
Big guy.
Former defensive lineman.
Yeah.
He's a beefy guy.
Big, strong guy.
A real sweetheart, though.
A gentle giant.
Absolutely.
Lovely human being. Wes, if you're watching, you just won all of us over.
Yeah.
We were walking down the street, and Wes was worried.
That's right.
He was like, do you think we can take these guys?
Yeah, Wes
if we get rushed. There was like a guy who was walking past us. And you felt terrible for him.
He was drugged out on something.
You felt terrible for him, but it was like The Walking Dead. It was like, he was like, and
yeah.
You're like, wow.
Yeah, no. It was crazy.
There was a man trying to fit his flip-flops through a sewer gate. And he was so... I didn't even think he was high. I think he was just intent and with a purpose.
Yeah. He was on a mission.
He was just getting in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking guy.
But yeah, no, we're just as sad. So, at least they get to hang out in warm weather out over there.
But yeah. No, and then having to do this so often, week to week, it's a grind. It's not easy.
It's really hard.
Do you think there are people who are like, oh, content creation, I don't know what my life would be without it?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe.
Like, I have to do.
The people that are like tied into it. I can't imagine. Like, and maybe, JC keeps asking us what our brand is. Maybe our brand is that we're very earnest about how much we don't want to be doing this.
We would much rather, we would prefer to be doing anything else, but we just think this is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
But so far it's not. So far it's not a good idea at all.
We think that this is probably something that's going to pay off.
But there's no evidence.
we get no views. I don't think.
No nothing.
No nothing. It's not.
I think we would have a surprising amount of silent followers. There's silent followers, which is fine.
People that don't say anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just like, oh, that's a view. And it would be nice if a couple of them were like, I enjoyed this bit.
I liked when you said you were miserable.
I like the fart bit.
No, it's true. It's like
there's no validation, but it's a long.
And maybe we should be more grateful because what are we averaging? Like some of our videos are doing
200
well
views. 200 views. That's 200 people watching your stuff.
What do we have 200 views on?
Think about all the Instagram reels and stuff.
Oh, the Instagram reels. Yeah, I suppose that's true. I gotta be honest, I don't care about Instagram at all.
I don't give a shit.
I really, I don't know why, because I think that's probably what we should be focusing on.
We're just a couple of old, we really should.
We really don't like it. On TikTok,
we get 200 views too, but it's just, I really don't care.
I don't care.
Don't care.
I don't care. But if we get 200 views on YouTube, I'm over the moon.
I would cry if we got 200 views on YouTube. But I think YouTube is. Do you figure YouTube's just dying, or are they just hand picking their people?
It's so well. The format is tricky, right? Because you can spend so much time on TikTok and Instagram Reels because they just shove it in your face.
Right.
On YouTube you have to go out of your way to find something.
Yeah.
So. I guess it's an outdated thing, but I gotta be honest. Like I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like TikTok or Instagram Reels. I feel like it's just like you feel like your life is flashing before your eyes when you watch it. You're just like here's a oh my gosh, here's a moment where with a daughter and her father, and she's growing up. How beautiful! There's a dog jumping off a building. Here's a set of tits bouncing in your face. It's like,
yeah, no, I don't know, and it's also I don't know. It's just so not what we want to do. I mean, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about all the stuff the few things that we do consume that's in that format.
I will say, I think sketch comedy is like
dead.
Is totally dead on YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you could put it on TikTok.
I think we killed it. I think
we definitely put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Which we could be proud of, I think.
I think so. We were the last to do it.
When you go on the Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what like animation is really, you can't put that on YouTube unless you're like one of a couple of really big guys.
I don't know. I just feel like it's all reptile videos. I get a lot of reptile and fish videos.
Yeah, no, well, you get a lot of that. I don't even know what I get. I get a lot of cat videos.
I get a lot of Pokemon stuff too. We should transition to Pokemon.
We probably should do the Pokemon stuff.
Because you downloaded.
I downloaded. What did I download?
You downloaded PLA.
Oh yeah, I Pokemon Legends Arceus. I haven't played any of it yet.
I haven't played a lick either.
But people have already beat it. Yeah, they dropped Gen 9 and all this stuff.
Which one are you picking?
I'm gonna be the guy. I'm totally gonna get the duck.
Quaxley.
They named it Quax. How am I not? How is this guy not gonna pick Quaxley?
You gotta pick Quaxley. No, I reckon I'm gonna pick
Fuecoco.
Sprigatito. Fuck Sprigatito.
People love that cat. I'm not. I was kind of bored by it.
I don't want the cat.
Yeah.
I'll never pick the grass type. I don't think.
You ever pick a grass type?
Yeah. Huh. When I was my first playthrough of Diamond.
Yeah.
I got the Turtwig. Because
Turtwig's pretty good.
Yeah, but when you're a fat kid, you feel a certain kinship to thick, strong things because you feel like that's the best possible.
That's what's suited to you.
Yeah, exactly. So when you see a big, strong, fucking wide, fat turtle,
you're like, that's what I want.
I hope people see that turtle and think of me.
and they do these days.
I've been compared to Torterra a lot. I've also been compared to the rat from Flushed Away.
You want to talk about that at all?
What do you want me to say?
We should save it for. Well, you know what? We should save it for Amelia's Ranky Panky.
All right.
Because that would be really fun.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But
let me know if you think I look like the rat from Flushed Away.
Yeah, we'll tease it now.
I kind of do.
I don't think you do.
I think so.
I don't think you do. Like, for one, you don't have the same facial structure. He's got a skinnier face.
I have a big fat face.
You don't have a fat face, but you're square jawed.
Square jawed.
Yeah, rugged.
Crimson chin.
Remember I put you on the crimson chin?
Oh,
That's how I drew you for the Hear Us Out?
Yeah, I got a big fucking fat stupid face. I got a big dopey face. It's all
Look how sad we are.
I know.
Just sitting around here talking about the crimson.
Knows trouble I've seen.
Is that in your set?
It should be.
That's one of them, yeah.
It should be. I don't know if I have any sad songs in my set. We're going to be doing a musical live stream. We're going to go on TikTok live. It's going to be me playing guitar poorly.
You ever notice how like I laugh half the time I sound like a goose with asthma? I'm like.
You think I have a big annoying laugh? I worry that I annoy people.
No, I don't think you have a big annoying laugh.
I think I'm like, ho, like a fucking idiot.
I had a professor in high school.
Yeah.
Who his laugh was him going like, ha 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 ha.
Look at that.
Oh dear. Wouldn't be an episode of Bells and Whistles if something didn't turn off while we were doing it.
Fuck up.
Yeah.
That's why we need to start having JC here, eh?
Yeah, probably. I think this is a sign.
It's a sign from the heavens.
Well, thank you for watching.
Guys, if you enjoyed this in any capacity, please, if you're watching on YouTube, give a like. If you can, drop a comment. It would warm my heart.
It would.
If you're listening on any various podcasting app, 5 stars, follow, tweet,
tweet us, share us,
whatever buttons are available to you. That'd be very sweet.
If you know anybody you think would like it, give it a recommend, share it. That's a big thing.
It's all very.
Isn't there a bell you can hit? Is that just YouTube?
If you want to turn on notifications for YouTube, I certainly don't do that for anybody.
I don't do that for anybody, but
if
it would be fun to do it for us. Yeah, bellhop product. Hit the bell.
If you hit the bell,
and
you tell us that you hit a bell, you get to be on the podcast.
I have no problem with that.
And I'll give you a kiss. I'll give you a big old kiss on the forehead. Is that okay with you?
And I'll get you a bike for Christmas. That's good. That's good. Well, I don't know.
We're just so tired.
We're really beat down.
Yeah.
We had a good run on this one, and then we were like, I don't know why we thought it would be a good idea. It's like, let's talk about how sad we are. Put that into the schedule. It's like get to do a little section.
I think people are going to be able to empathize with us.
I think people probably would. Or not. We spent a whole episode talking about shit on their favorite movies. We're assuming anybody's still watching.
Yeah. But anyways. We love you guys. We'll see you next time.
I really do. If you watching this far, I really do. I have a lot of affection for you. Admiration, affection, desire,
lust.
Lust. It's all there.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.